Alright, so Aston Villa were on fire last season after they finally sacked off Stevie G. And Jack Grealish was also on fire last season, probably one of Man City's best players. So what if he never left Villa and we combined the success? Today I've brought him back to the Midlands and we're gonna see what they can do. To start off the season we had West Ham and Grealish immediately made an impact, but Paqueta responded late on and we could only snag a draw. Next we went to St. Mary's and an extremely exciting game commenced, but it was Watkins and a Grealish brace in the end that got us the win. After that we have Man City, and I mean, what can you really do, man? They scored 5 with Holland getting, I think, 3. I don't know, I lost count. But against Spurs we had better luck, as even though Grealish hit the post, Watkins scored a header minutes later and we pulled out a pretty solid 3 points. Those results had us in 8th place after 6 games, pretty solid, but we were looking for more, and against Forest Watkins scored a pen while Martinez saved the pen to fuel that ambition. Then at the Emirates we squeezed out another good result with Martinelli getting the first and Bailey sliding in the equalizer for a respectable 1-1 draw. We weren't doing too hot in the Conference League though, so against Anderlecht we focused up and won the game through goals from Grealish and Bailey. And then we went to Old Trafford for one of the biggest games of the season so far. Hernandez got the first goal through a pen and Martinez almost put it out of reach after, but unfortunately our only chance was saved and we lost the game 1-0. Couldn't dwell on it for too long though, and it was Grealish and Bailey with the goals once again for a bounce back win against Fulham. Sadly though, we had Liverpool away straight after, where Alisson saved our only good chance and Jota put us to the sword. Wolves away went better however, as Grealish and Watkins produced some nice finishes while Martinez did Martinez things for an impressive 2-0 win. And against Chelsea on Christmas, we pulled out an opus with Watkins, Bailey, and Buendia all getting goals for an amazing result to end the year. Our late December push meant that we were still 8th at halfway, but only a couple points away from Europe. We hit a speed bump away at Spurs though, as Guerrero got the only goal to give us a close 1-0 loss. Had an easier game against Bournemouth next though, where Grealish rolled in the first and Buendia fired in the second. Speaking of Grealish, he was playing well with 16 goals. I mean, also 1 assist only, but you know what, just ignore that. But hey, at the Etihad he improved that, as he assisted Watkins for the first while Foden was snuffed by Emi, and we got one of the toughest 3 points of them all. Sadly, we couldn't replicate it against Arsenal, as Jesus scored the only goal while Ramsdale came up with a couple great saves to give him the win. We continued to be disappointed at the Amex, where Meslier made a couple great saves this time and Watkins fluffed the 1-on-1. Then at West Ham we dropped points again, as while Watkins redeemed himself, Bowen snuck a pen past Emi and it was another draw. But our skid finally stopped at Craven Cottage through another goal from Watkins. Still just not a good run though, and it left us in 8th place with a 6-point gap to Europa after 29 games. We had to start a winning streak now, and at Ellen Road, Grealish tapped in the single goal to get us back on track. Following that, against Saudi Arabia, we pulled out a big performance through 2 brilliant Bailey finishes and a Watkins topper. But then when Liverpool visited us, even though Emi saved another pen, Gakpo's free kick went in off his back and our momentum was cut once again. We still had some hope in the league though, only 3 points away from 5th now. And we were also still in the Conference League at this point, where we drew Villarreal in the semis. First leg in Spain was tight, as Grealish and Morales exchanged goals in the first, but Watkins came through for us later to snag the advantage. And then in the second leg, after multiple chances went amiss, we held on for the 0-0 and went through to the final. That was just a little detour though, as the league was still priority, and against Crystal Palace, Grealish got a crucial banger to bring us within 1 point of 5th. Then in a monumental match against United, we defended for our lives, and after a close call, Bertrand Traore got an 81st minute winner for a massive 3 points. But Chelsea were still a point ahead and we had to win and hope in the final game at Goodison. Grealish got us started straight away and Kamara almost made it 2 soon after. However, after another Pickford save, Iwobi scored a dagger late on and we fell short of top 5 by 2 points. We still had the Conference League final though, and it was to be against French side Nice. And we made up for our choke, as after Pepe and Bailey swapped goals in the first half, Watkins came through in the 87th to win us a nice little trophy. Grealish ended as our star man as expected, 23 goals, 9 assists in 55 games. Overall stats, it was really just a star front 3 man, Watkins with 22, 10 and Bailey with 18, 8. And that's gonna be about it. Pretty successful season I'd say, won a trophy and finished in our European spot. Could have been higher, but whatever man, who cares. Grealish came back and delivered. Thank you for watching, I hope you enjoyed. Like and subscribe if you did, and I'll see you in the next one.